2 weeks before students were let out for winter break, Ms. McCormick and Dr. Hitzelberger went to China on a trip with 6 other North Texan teachers and administrators to get a better understanding of Chinese culture.
We went to Beijing and Nanjing, and it was freezing cold, and we had coats and gloves and all of that, but we were still freezing.
Oh gosh, we toured schools, we visited with students, climbed the Great Wall, went to the Forbidden City. It was fascinating.
When visiting the schools, they learned how different the schools are.
Students only get an elective 1 day a week for 45 minutes. So anything that they do above and beyond that, they have to have a tutor for. The beginning of classes, the teacher would bow to the students and say good morning. The students would stand up and bow.
It was a K through 12 school, and it was 7,000 students. That's about the same numbers in our whole district. If you put all the elementary schools, the intermediate school, middle school, and high school together, they were in one big facility. From the youngest kids to the oldest kids, it was all very structured, very disciplined. The classes were very large, about 50 students in a classroom. Of course, they're all in uniform dress and that kind of thing. And they pretty much just listened to the teacher teach. And every once in a while, the teacher would ask the students a question, and the students would signal like this that they wanted to answer. And if the teacher called on them, they would stand to respond to the teacher. But kids don't really get grades, and they do a lot, and they don't have like promotion and failing like we do. What they do is they just all go to the next grade. They all have the same curriculum, the same classes, and then at the end of 12th grade, they take a big test. It takes about 3 days of testing, and however they score on that test determines what schools they'll be able to go to and eventually what their life will be like.
Now the students are still similar to the kids in HPISD.
But when we talked with the students, we asked them what they wanted to be, what they wanted to do, and it was the same as kids here. They wanted to be doctors, they wanted to be, one girl wanted to be a movie director. They still have the same hopes and the same dreams as kids here.
Their discipline and their work ethic, they work really, really hard at their academics. They're competitive about that. They want to do their best.
And they came back with great stories about their trip.
One of the things that's very different is their babies don't wear diapers. So the parents just kind of know when the kids are going to go. The babies had on these snowsuits, really heavy snowsuits because it was cold, but the back end was completely bare. One of the moms handed the baby to Miss McCormick just like this, you know, behind first. And Miss McCormick took the baby for the picture and kept thinking, I hope I have good timing. But anyway, when we got there, we were almost like celebrities. Everybody wanted a picture with us. So we could only walk a few steps before everyone had their phones and their cameras, and we were just taking pictures with all these different people. We have no idea where those pictures went.
Dr. Hitzelberger and I got lost on the Great Wall. It's kind of hard to get lost on a wall since it's, you know, just goes one way. But we walked, as we were coming back, we somehow walked past the entrance and exit to go down. So we were kind of starting up the other side, and we thought, this doesn't look familiar.
Overall, their trip to China was a success. I'm Colleen Harrod for Raider Media Net.